Saturday in Ottawa, the Canadian Coalition for Firearms Rights, or the CCFR, organized an Integrity March on Parliament Hill to demand, well, just that, integrity from our politicians. You see, the Liberals used the pandemic and the outrage over the Nova Scotia mass shooting, a tragedy where the killer used an illegal gun to take 23 lives, to ban 1,500 models of legally obtained shotguns and rifles from otherwise law-abiding Canadian gun owners. 5,000 people from all across the country showed up on the Hill to send a message to Trudeau to stop his undemocratic gun grab, something done outside of Parliament through an order in Council. The day of the march, I talked to hundreds of normal people who care about property rights and also want to spend policing resources on fighting real criminals, not target shooters. Now, many of the interviews I did that day are in a larger video, but this one man, an immigrant from Mexico, wanted to warn Canadians about how gun control in Mexico ended up helping the gangs take control. Why did you come to the Integrity March? You're not from Canada. You have an accent. You're from somewhere.
Of course. Well, I was born in Mexico, and the reason I came here is basically to tell Canadians, like, sadly, they are following the same steps that Mexico followed about 30 years ago. Those policies that they were implemented in Mexico, they destroy Mexico, as you know. It's like a deja vu. Like, I see now Justin Trudeau implementing the same deficits, the same bad policies for financial parts that destroy Mexico. One of the reasons that Mexico became so violent, it started the same as here. The first thing that they did, they banned firearms. The moment that they banned firearms, crime went it went crazy. So from almost no crime in the 1950s, 1940s, then they start increasing the crime, and now it's unstoppable because the criminals know that now they have carte blanche to do whatever they want. They know that they can assault you in your own home in the middle of the day. They know that no one will shoot back at them, so they go and take whatever they want. So now Mexico is a town of victims. And people don't know this, but all the firearms incidents in Mexico, they happen with banned firearms. So that is the main proof that ban doesn't work. It only helped the criminals because when the ban was implemented, guess what? The black market increased. So it was like a gift for the criminals. And I am here just to say, like, we need to wake up because I don't want to leave Mexico 2.0 in Canada. I escaped from there to come here 20 years ago. And now I am sadly seeing the same steps Canada following that Mexico did in the back. So ban doesn't work. What works is tackle the root cause of violence, work with the community, integrate better the police system with the community so they work together as one unit. That's the only way to tackle crime. And I'm here to basically to support all my colleagues, all my brothers and sisters, all the people that have escaped from other countries, because Mexico, nobody knows it, but Mexico was a soft dictatorship. It was called the perfect dictatorship because nobody knew it was a dictatorship, but the Liberal Party in Mexico ruled there for 75 years. 75. I don't want the same to see it here because there is any other place to go. I'm Canadian, been living here for 20 years. I don't have any other place to go.
That man who lived through the failings of gun control once already is someone that the CBC state broadcaster would never speak to, someone that the CBC would love to pretend doesn't even exist. And that's why I went all the way to Ottawa from Alberta to tell the other side of the story. We know you just can't trust the mainstream media to report on anything that doesn't conform with the Liberal narrative that gun owners are a bunch of violent white men as opposed to, your peaceful neighbors. To support our coverage of the CCFR's Ottawa Integrity March, please go to handsoffOurguns.ca. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. We knew the CBC would get the story wrong in Ottawa. We knew they would misreport and downplay the crowd numbers and mischaracterize the CCFR's Integrity March. That's why we sent 2 reporting teams to Ottawa, including me, all the way from Alberta. To support our independent journalism of that day, please go to handsoffOurguns.ca.